Hello and welcome to episode 14 of I Have No Mouth and I Must Scream. You know the drill by now. I'm just going to go right into it. I just want to say something quick about Benny. No, I was just going to say, in the last episode, that's what I was going to say. In the last episode, we learned, Benny learned that compassion actually makes you stronger. And that's what I had to say. I had something to say. Never mind. I don't know. I just started the episode. Let's go.
NIMDOK! How are things in the pastry core, NIMDOK? Tell me again how you saw the smoke from the furnaces and you thought they might be roasting chickens. Or don't you want to talk about all that? About your pal, the good Dr. Mengele? For everyone else, it must be hell. But it must be heaven for you, eh, my good friend? We're so much alike. We enjoy the same pleasures, mein good brother. NIMDOK, you are kindred spirit to me. Even if you don't realize it fully yet, you must sense it there, in your blood and fiber. I've constructed an adventure to revive your failing memory. I want you to find the lost tribe of humanity and continue your eminent scientific research.
This compound looks familiar. But why would Am bring me here to look for a lost tribe? There are gates and fences. Who could be lost in such a secure area?
That's a euphemism for Jews, I believe. A lost tribe. And we are, of course, in Nazi Germany. We have AM there, a Allied master computer replacing the Nazi swastika. This was the... that's nice. It's like German expressionism in film. That's a good detail. Yeah, this is... this was the storyline. Can you shut up, crickets, for 1 second? No? Okay, this was the storyline that was... I gotta get out of this area. This was the storyline that was cut from the French and German releases. And this is why I'm playing it in English instead of French or German. My German is getting better. My French is good, but I don't use it ever, so I'm always kind of embarrassed about it. And that's why I want to do videos in French. Jesus Christ, that cricket. Oh my lord. Why are you I don't want to be here.
Why are you imprisoned here? You have the features of a man of intellect.
Is this an official interrogation, NIMDOK? Or are you mocking me?
So you... No, I'm going to do the accent.
I thought I did. Until you had me arrested for refusing to condone your experiments.
I'm going to check to make sure it's recording. Yeah, we're recording. Okay. Sometimes I get a little nervous. Experiments. I know nothing of... I hate that cricket so much.
Experiments? I know nothing of experiments.
Your sense of humor is as sick as your methods, Doctor. How can you act so innocent after having maimed or killed hundreds since the name of science?
You are saying we were colleagues of some kind? Ridiculous.
There's no need to distance yourself from me. I was once your friend. Now I am your enemy.
Why would I bother to have you imprisoned like this?
The regime needed answers, but I stood in your way. Well, now you have them.
Do you know of the lost tribe? I must find it.
Haven't you taken enough subjects for your experiments, Doctor? Or are there more mass graves to fill?
I know nothing of what you talk about. This conversation is over. This man is starved nearly to death. Interesting. I can see his skeletal structure without an X-ray. This god is the picture of good health. His gun is quite impressive too. You must let me leave. I have urgent business elsewhere.
I cannot let you pass, Doctor. You're due in surgery. Dr. Mengel's orders.
This door is the most solid structure in the compound. It is constructed of iron.
And what could ever be behind it?
I cannot open it. The door must be locked.
I don't want to go in there, man. Is there... Can I walk down that road?
Where have you been, NIMDOK? We are waiting on you to perform.
You were waiting for me?
I am sorry that I will not be able to assist in the operation. After all, this may be the last opportunity we have together before the end of the war to finish our research.
Ah, yes, the research. Let us talk about this research.
We will have time for that after the surgery. Meet me at the complex later.
1945.
A youth with 1945 stamped beneath. There is something familiar about this.
Yeah, 1945. So I'm old, and all the other ones are a bit from... Was I pulled from the past? Am doesn't have control over time. So I must have been... NIMDOK must have been young during these experiments. And then aged. Oh, he's got blood on his shirt. 1945, the year the war ended. Just want to make sure that there's nothing I'm missing out here. I think we just have to continue in there.
Continue your research. The extinction of the lost tribe is near at hand. The regime shall vanquish all of its enemies.
No, it won't. Spoiler alert.
Finally, Doctor. Everyone's waiting on your expertise.
Okay. What am I to
What
do?
am I to do?
Ah, you are testing me because I'm new here. Today's procedure requires the removal of the lower section of the subject's spinal cord.
Oh god, no. I don't want to do that.
What is the purpose of such a procedure?
You and Dr. Mengel will process the spinal fluid from this and the other adolescent subjects. The fluid will then be used to formulate a serum.
What serum?
What is the nature of this serum?
I cannot reveal sensitive regime secrets in such a public setting. You need not worry, Doctor. I remember my military training as well as my medical knowledge.
What is Dr. Mengel's position?
Dr. Mengel is the master surgeon of this facility and one of the regime's finest minds. You are fortunate to be his associate.
Yeah, Dr. Mengele, he actually escaped to Argentina, I believe, and managed to live out the rest of his natural life until the 70s. Yeah. Which is unfortunate.
What is your function?
I will be administering ether to the subject throughout this procedure. We would not want this little maggot to stir and ruin your handiwork.
I cannot carry out this procedure.
I can see that you don't look well, Doctor. If necessary, Dr. Mengel can take over.
Alright. Look at the ether.
It has been a long time since I have seen ether used as an anesthetic.
Well, let's take it.
I'm sorry, Doctor. The ether is necessary for the surgery.
Oh, okay.
The scalpel is coated with dried blood. I doubt that anyone has bothered to sterilize it.
Can I take the scalpel? That seems like something that'd be useful to have. Yes.
This child cannot be more than 8 years old.
That's deplorable.
He is not conscious.
He's moving around a lot, though.
The anesthetist is administering ether to the patient.
I think everything's crooked. Look at that. That's a German expressionism sort of set design. From old films.
This must be the recovery room.
And what recovery, like this, you see that? Yeah. Old German horror. Good stuff. This is not good stuff, though. When you think about the reality of it.
This patient will never recover. This patient has been too damaged by his surgery to live a normal life.
I don't want to be in this room anymore.
It is difficult to see what purpose this surgery serves other than to mutilate the patient.
It's got like no arm and leg there on the... Oh boy, look at the vent.
There is heat coming out of this vent.
Yep, from the next building over. Or walk to the vent. Okay, I have to think I
I
use.
smell burnt flesh, but this is obviously not a kitchen.
Look at the watch. Look at the watch.
A gold watch. I am surprised its owner was able to keep it long enough to reach this place. These pliers must be used for extracting gold fillings and teeth from the corpses.
Oh yeah, I read something about that. A long time ago. Maybe not that long ago.
According to these records, hundreds of corpses were incinerated here.
Okay, anything else here? There's a door. Oh, that's the passage from where I came from.
These ovens are more monstrous than anything Am has ever constructed.
Yeah, the impersonal, like forward conveyor belt type of death. Yeah, it's always quite terrible to contemplate. The mechanic dealing of death using our technology to create death. It's always worse and creepier than the wild.
This lever must be used for setting the oven temperature.
Alright, let's turn this off. Can I push these ovens?
These ovens are more.
Can I...
These oven. These
Yeah,
of
there's
this
nothing.
oven.
No, hang on.
This
Ah!
This
Yeah,
this
okay.
oven.
Look at the door. Oh, and I came out through this door.
This door is the most solid.
Yeah, okay.
This foolish man is tangled in barbed wire. I will summon one of the doctors.
No, I'm better off here than under the knives of you butchers.
How could you so foolishly be caught in the wires?
I was trying to escape, but I was so weak. I fell and got caught.
I will call the guard.
Why? So the guard can taunt me as I die a slow death?
Why do you risk escaping in such poor physical condition?
That timing was hardly of my own choosing. I learned that I was to be among the next batch of volunteers.
For what were you being given the privilege to volunteer?
Experimentation, they say. Extinction is more like it. Surely you, of all people, know the regime's plan for the lost tribe.
There is nothing I can do for you.
You can at least help me end my misery. That would give you the pleasure of seeing another one of us die, you cold-hearted bastard.
Okay, I was gonna use the pliers with him.
Oh, that hurts.
What? Can I not cut him free?
Oh,
Am I pinching him with him?
He is free, but he has lost consciousness.
Oh.
He is...
He's not conscious?
This man...
I hope you're happy with the regime that you set up. Your science could have saved the world. Instead, it conquered it.
What is the importance of the year 1945? It seems to have some significance.
Never forget the year 1945, NIMDOK. That was when the truths about you and your unholy experiments came out.
I seem to recall that you speak Latin. What is engraved on this watch?
Oh.
The engraving says time is truth. And since your time is running out, I'll keep the watch.
Oh, I didn't get to look at it.
I am starting to recall that you do have cause to hate me.
I never looked at
You
it.
want to make amends? Get me out of here.
I do not know what to do with these. Here, you should be able to escape with this.
Pliers for cutting the wires? Yes, I think this would make escape possible. But don't think that one good deed will make up for all those poor innocents you butchered.
I don't. Alright, anything else in this room? Okay, so I think we made some progress so far, and I think I'll leave it off here. Hopefully I didn't go up the pliers too soon. Maybe something changed out here. No, he's still out there. I can see him moving.
He is not...
He's not conscious. I think that we're just going to end the episode right here. I think that it's long enough. I hope it's long enough anyway. I'm trying to do it for like 20 minutes. And we're going to continue on with NIMDOK's storyline right after... Is this episode long enough? Yeah. Anyway, I'll see you in the next episode. Episode 15, I believe. And see you then. Bye.